Okay guys, welcome to my channel, Alan Shenanigans. I'm Alan, this is Shaden, my son. Today we're going to show you how to adjust for your tire size on a, I believe 2005 to 2007 Ford F250 350 using a free program called Forscan. I'm not an affiliate of this program, but it's very useful in doing stuff like this. It saves you a little money going to the dealer or having a programmer do it for you. So watch along and I'll show you how to do it. Okay guys, a couple tools you need. You will need an OBD2 reader, and I believe the ones with the little switch on here are the ones you need. This truck requires you to be in the HS side. They do have wireless versions, but I believe the USB version is the best way to do it. And then you need a laptop, Windows laptop, and that's the basic what you need. The program itself is free online, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay guys, a little tip for me. I like to work with my door open, but I don't like the beeping of the door jar switch going off, so I'm going to show you a little tip on to do that. First thing you want to do is just put your key in the ignition. You don't need to turn it on, and you hear that beeping. Next thing you're going to do is go to your latch here, take a screwdriver, and just push your latch back. And I like to have the key in so you know that you hit the switch, so just push that back all the way. And that's it. Now to undo that, you're just going to pull the handle a couple times and I'll put it back to where it was at. So we're just going to click that. Next step, we're going to take your OBD2 reader. We're going to plug it into your OBD2 connection port on your truck, and then just plug the USB cable into your computer, and that'll get us started. Okay guys, to download the program, you're just going to go to forscan.org, and then you just go to products, and then this is a Windows program. They do have it for iOS and Android, but I don't think you can make certain changes to the modules, so I think you have to have the Windows version. I could be wrong, let me know in the comments. So there's plenty of tutorials on how to download this and everything, but you do need the free extended license, or you can buy a license. But I'd recommend just using the 2-month trial version. The same thing as the buying the license. I'd just try it for 2 months, and if you like it, then you could buy the full license. But that's that. I'm not gonna go any more into this. There are forums that you can go to on here too. You know, if you have any questions on things to do on this program, I'm sure there's plenty of people asking the same question, and you could probably find the forum for that. So that's it for that. So we're just gonna go ahead and open up the program. I already have it downloaded and everything. I have the extended license, and then this is what it looks like when you open it up. Next thing you gotta do is turn the key on to the on position. And once you got it on, you're going to go down here to connect to vehicle. Click that, and it's going to connect. And I already have my vehicle saved in here. A lot of people say don't save it and then reload it every time. I really didn't see a difference. I don't know why I did that. I just save it in here. Just go yes. And then you got profiles here for different vehicles. I got another Ford vehicle. And this program is only for Ford vehicles, just like Ford, Mazda, Mercury, and then this is just, you know, it's reading all the modules here. Just some part numbers for different modules. This is the ones that are in here, software versions, whatever, if you know what all this is. And then here is the modules on the truck. And then you're gonna go, you go down here, These are any codes you have, it's going to read it. And then if you want to clear a code, you're going to go to that module and then just go to this button here. It says reset DTC. Just going to click that, and then it's going to bring you through the menu to do that. This right here, this is where you could put different gauges in here. Right now I just have the volts, just so I know, I don't want to drain my battery. So, I would recommend having your laptop plugged in and also having your battery on a charger, just because you got your key on. Just a recommendation, but I got that on there just so I could watch that. And then here's some different tests you can do. You have your injector test. That's just like the buzz test, I think. And then you got your glow plug test, and you got different tests for different modules. And then here's some resetting things, module resets. And this right here, this is where you go to program the modules, okay? And these are two different options how to go into the module, but the as-built format, that's the one that's going to go into, and you're going to actually see the programming of the module, and the module configuration. That's more the generic, where you can see what it is. So I'm going to go, the speedometer is in the APS module. I'm going to go to that as-built format. I'm going to click the play button. It's going to bring up this, just hit OK. And then these numbers these two top numbers in the middle, these are the ones that you need to change, okay? I don't know what this one is here. I just know that these numbers here you need to change. What I'd recommend is, it's easy to change it back. Don't change any of these other numbers, but what I'd recommend is either take a picture of this, or you can even save it. You're just gonna go save all, and it'll just save to your laptop. I just make sure you put a description so you know what it is. So I'm gonna go out of this module. So every time you go in a module, you have to kind of start and stop it. So we're gonna hit stop service procedure. Okay. Go back up to the configuration programming. I'm gonna go into this regular one here, where it doesn't say as built format. I'm gonna click the play button, and this kind of tells what those are. So you got rear tire size and tire size. So both these have to match. So just double click on it. And then here is the list of the factory settings, okay? And then this is what I have in there now, 606. I just kind of like fine-tuned it to the GPS, and that's what I ended up working the best for me. I'm sure you're gonna have to play around with it a little bit. At the end of this, I will leave a link to, so the numbers in the programming, let's go back to that and explain that a little better. So I'm gonna close out this. Stop service. We're gonna go into the as-built format. Okay, and then here, this is called a hexadecimal number. This is just programming numbers. I don't know. I'm not a programmer. I'm not a mathematician. I don't know really what that is. But I know that the 606 revolutions converted to the computer, it reads this as a hexadecimal. So I will, at the end, I have a list. I've already kind of converted numbers over. So you got revolutions per mile, and what you do is you convert it to decimal, and then you can convert it to hex. So what I found out was in the programming, 612 revolutions, I clicked on that and it came up as 6400 hex. I converted that to a regular number, and I found that every revolution per mile is 256 decimals. So I ended up converting that to hex. So I'll leave this at the end so that you guys can see it. I'll leave it open so you guys can see it a little easier. But right now we're gonna go to this and try to play around with it. So I did find that if you go below 600 revolutions per mile, it won't even read it, so it won't let you even program it in. I don't know how high you can go, but of course, the bigger tire is going to be less revolutions per mile. The smaller tire is going to be more revolutions per mile. So I don't know, depends on what you're doing, I guess. But most people seem to have the problem with going bigger tire size on these trucks. So We're just gonna open this module up again. So you're gonna go here, and then all you gotta do on this one is you just select which one you want. You can only, on this option, you select which one you want. So, you know, the factory tire size is this here. So I'm just gonna select that. And then you're just gonna go right. Real quick, and then you're gonna turn your key off. And just give it a minute. Turn the key back on. Click OK. And then it's programmed in there. So you go stop. We're gonna go back to the as built format. I click play. And you can see that number changed, okay? So I am going to put it back into, so if you go to my little chart here, 6400 is 612 revolutions. So I'm gonna go back and put it back to 606 because that works for me. So in order to do that, in order to do a different option from what they have, you have to figure out what hex you want. So I'm going to go this one right here, 5E00. I'm gonna go this number here, 5E, oops, 5E00, and then this one has to match 5E00, and then you're just gonna go write all, click yes, yes, it's gonna go through the programming. This means it worked. You're gonna turn the key off, give it a minute, turn it back on, click OK, and then it's programmed in there. I'm gonna stop it, go back here, module configuration, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna click on the list, and then you're gonna show read it. I'm gonna show, it's gonna pop up here if I put some other number in there. So I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna close this one out. Stop, go to programming, so go to as built, hit play, click OK, go to my list, I'm going to go to 600, so that's 5800 hex. So 5800, and make sure these are both matching. Then you can go write all, yes, yes, turn the key off, turn the key back on, click OK. Now it's programmed in there. I'm going to stop this, go back to the configuring programming, go to the module configuration that's not as built as, click play. I click on here, double click it, and then I'll bring up, then it shows I have this selected in there, so 600. So it'll save this until you close out the program, and then when we come back here, it's only going to show what you have in there. So, but you can also go just select these. If you have this exact tire size, that's probably what's going to work best for you. So I'm going to click. Now the tire size that I have in here is a 35 by 1250s on 18-inch rims. It doesn't have that option in here, so I ended up having to go with a different revolutions per mile, and you guys will just have to play around with that. So I'm going to stop that, go back to here, and there's a couple different things you could do. If you go into these where it doesn't say as built as, it's going to kind of tell you what you can change on here with this program. You can go play. This one you could double click that. You could change it to, you know, if you're converting back to a two-wheel drive, or if you converted, you know, I don't know if you do that, but there's an option. Or if you get a module from a two-wheel drive truck, I think you can go ahead and program it in here to be the four-wheel drive electronic shift, or you can have 4x4 manual shift or two-wheel drive. So Just close that out. I'm not going to change that. And then the transmission, you can convert from manual, automatic to manual, manual to automatic. Close that out. Going to stop that. I'm going to show you what it looks like in the as built format. And then in here on these, I don't know what to change, but it has this here. So we're going to stop that. We're going to go back to the modules, and then you got your instrument cluster here. So you could change the language. I guess you got French and Spanish options. You could change your mileage. And on this one, I did figure that and your brake control module, if you don't have one, I guess you could turn it on here or turn it off. I'm gonna stop that. Then I'm gonna go to the configuration. So there, I don't think there is no speedometer correction on this. Like if you buy another instrument cluster that has the wrong mileage on it, there's not that option. But I guess if you rebuild your engine and you want to set the engine hours, it will do that. You could go into here, click play, and then I believe I'm going to convert one of these numbers. And you could go to this. You could go on your computer and just Google hexadecimal converters. I think that's not the one. So I'm gonna plug in this one, DC00. Let's see, DC00, and that shows my. Let's see. So that shows my engine hours. My engine has 5,632 hours on it. So if you needed to change that, you could change that here, or there's the option on the not as built format, and it will. So this is the one to change for your engine hours. If you do a rebuild or something, I'm gonna stop that. Or it gives you the option to just reset it to 0 on here, so you could reset it. So that's a couple things you could do on this program. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave a comment if you have any questions. I'm gonna leave this table open for a little bit. And then this just shows you the revolutions per mile, whatever you want to, and you could, I haven't had a problem plugging these numbers in. You just got to plug the hex number in, okay? I've tried the different ones. Everything works just fine. I've never got a code. I can show you if I plug in, let's go to 550. So I'm gonna subtract. I'm gonna take 50 times 256, and I'm gonna subtract that from this number here. So that would make it 9,728 decimal, and I'll convert it to hex. So hex number is 2600. I'm going to go back into here, and I'm just going to show you what it does if you have a number that's not compatible. So pretty much anything under 600, the computer can't compute it. So, and I'll see what it is. It's, so 2600. Go right all, and then you go yes, yes, and then pretty much it's just not going to let me program it in. Okay, So see the numbers there, 2600. So it's just writing blocks filled, incompatible configuration. So it just will not go below 600 revolutions. So if you have huge tires on, you'll just have to get as close as you can. So, and then I'm going to show you. I'm gonna stop it, and I'm going to show you it didn't change this number here. Stop. Go back. I'm going to open it back up, and then it's back to the 5800. So there you go, guys. I'm going to stop it, and then just to get out of it, what you want to do, just go to this, disconnect vehicle, and that's it. I'm just going to leave this open for you guys to watch. Just remember revs per mile, and these are the numbers that you need to plug into that, and both those two top middle numbers, these are what you're going to plug in, and they have to be matching. So thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the like button, and any comments I try to answer as soon as possible. So just let me know, guys.